Welcome to Fifth Jack Gaming, and this is going to be our March haul. That's right, this is what we ended up getting throughout the entire March, between shipping wars, hauls, and various other things. This is what we picked up throughout the entire month of March. Bear with me, this is going to be a big, long video. We're not going to have the alternate covers or anything like that because, honestly, this video is going to be big enough as is. So, with that, we're going to start off with the big boys, work our way over to the little guys. Picked this up from various other places. Like I said, we got this through shipping orders, so we have in-stock trades, we have OPB, Facebook, over at AmiBuds. We have a little bit of everything that came over with this haul. Also, if you're ended up going shopping for a book, go to OrganPriceBooks.com, use the code FIFTHJack to save $2 off, 4 or more books. Use the code JACKIT to save 5% off your entire order. Alright, let's get this haul started. So we're going to start off with the library editions / the Remender collection, because Remender tends to make his books a library size as well. So starting off with Tokyo Drift. Yeah, it's actually Tokyo Ghost. DCBS special cover. A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, also DCBS cover. Next DCBS cover is going to be Low, Volume 1, followed by Low, Volume 2. That covers all his books, but continuing the library editions, we have Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Search, and also Avatar, The Last Airbender, The Rift. And finally, but not least, we have Invincible Volume 1. We ended up picking it up because Volume 1 normally gets print a little less at the reprint wise, so we wanted to make sure we got this because we have 2 and 3. So we're going to try and end up finding good deals for 4, 5, and possibly 6, I think it's supposed to be going over to. So, hopefully we'll end up getting there. So that covers all the Remender books and the library books that we've gotten so far. Next up in the size books is Omnibus. Let's dive over to the Omnibus section and see what we ended up picking up. Starting into the DC section is Superman by Peter Day Tomasi and Patrick Gleason. I've heard this is a good father and son story, so we had to pick it up. It also partners really good with our Batman by Tomasi, and since we started with DC, we're going to jump over to Marvel. Get the big 2 knocked out of the way. We got the Young Avengers by Kieran Gillen. Standard cover. Daredevil, The Man Without Fear by Brubaker. Oh, this book makes us 3/5 the way there because we got Captain America Lives. Another Brubaker. And Untold Tales of Spider-Man. The final omnibus that we ended up picking up is Rat Queens. This is going to be a book of 1 of 5,000, so we ended up picking one of these up. I wasn't exactly sure why we ended up wanting it, but we got thinking about it. I believe Marissa Ray and Laura Bailey and pretty much the cast of Critical Role was saying how they ended up liking it. So that had our interest, and then AmiBody said it was a pretty good story and he enjoyed it. So that kind of pushed us the rest of the way, so we ended up pulling the trigger on a little bit of Rat Queen action. Next up is the deluxes. So, like I said earlier, buckle up. This is a huge haul. We picked up New Frontier, This is Jake from Brave and the Boys. He's a big fan of this. He kind of convinced me to go the rest of the way into picking this up. He was suggesting an absolute edition. I have no absolutes. And as you can see, that entire size is pretty much going to be taken up by the library. So I ended up electing for the deluxe. Then we also got 8 Billion Genies. It's a story that I've heard nothing but good things about. It's also going to be one of those stories that we're going to be covering over in July. For Independence Day, we'll have Independence. Then we also picked up Ascender. This is a special DCBS, I believe, cover. And we had to find Descender. This is volume 1. Volume 2 is still out there and we're still on the hunt for it. Okay, we got done with the deluxes. We got done with that, or we got done with the libraries. Omnibus deluxes. Now we're going to the regular hardcovers. I ended up picking this up because Brave and the Boys are going to have a reading book club, and this was the first book that they were having. And obviously, I want to be a part of it. I want to get involved with the community. So, with that, we ended up picking up Reckless by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. It's a good old introduction to the book club, and at a decent price point, I couldn't pass it up. Now, this is what I'm going to call the miscellaneous. This is the books that are not standard size, or not standard size, none of the other sizes. This is stuff that falls in between. And as we keep on working our way down, I'm going to go over to The Night Eaters. This is volume 1. This is possibly something that we're going to end up covering over in October for a nice spooky coverage. And then we also have Wolverine Schnick. I think this is a manga, I'm not exactly sure. But it was definitely something we ended up picking up. And it was definitely something you could have been seeing through Shipping Wars. So, give me a second, I gotta book the chair back, because if I sit in the chair with all this, I'll be probably blowing out the chair. Alright. Oh. How's that for a haul? Holy smokes. Don't get used to that. I'm going to set this down now. Oh. With that said, we're going to end up probably cranking back hugely on the haul videos. Because this can't be happening all the time like it is. Granted, I wish it could, but just financially, space, and everything wise, I could not be able to top this. And honestly, we're getting well established with the collection where we end up not having as much space. I'm not saying there won't be any haul videos that would be coming out, because we're periodically going to get books and stuff like that. But they're not going to be as crazy as this one. What'd you get in the month of March? Let us know down in the comments down below. If you're liking the content we're putting out, like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to be notified whenever we come out with new content. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.